I wish tonight's episode of April and Jay Have No Ideas was brought to you by Chick-fil-A, but it's not. But I like their chicken sandwich, so do whatever you want. I don't care.
Looking for some of my old crew from Queens, Long Island, and M for M now. Nassau, Queens area. Looking to catch up with any of the top guys I met last year at the Queens, Long Island Sunday night party. I'm the hairy bottom that got worked over raw and hard. Not complaining either. I'm ready to meet again. Reply. Posted an hour ago. Hi, I'm April.
And I'm Jay.
And we have no ideas.
And I'm not a hairy bottom.
And I warned you it was going to be dirty.
Maybe I am. I mean, I have a hairy bottom. Never mind.
No, sorry. Jay, probably. Well, you know what? I don't want to assign that to you. Maybe you would like that.
I don't want to. I don't know. No, I don't know. Anyway.
And also, Chick-fil-A is not a place I've ever eaten or will I ever eat.
Oh. Their chicken sandwich is so good.
But they hate homosexuals.
I know, but their chicken sandwich is so good.
Meh. Don't they just, put pickles on it?
I don't know what they do, but it is phenomenal. It is the best chicken sandwich on the market.
Okay, well...
I
think their secret is that they brine it with pickle juice.
I don't know, but it's amazing. And they always get me too because they're closed on Sundays. And
yeah,
I swear to God, 75% of the time we're like, let's go, and I pull up and I'm like, God damn it, they're closed. Anyway, so we got a lot to cover tonight in a short amount of time.
In a short amount of time?
I mean, regular amount of time, but a lot to cover.
I'm like, I know we both have to pack for our respective trips, but...
Yeah. But, so, I have some news, and I'm sure you have some news. So we can... You have some news? You don't have any news?
Do I have news? I don't know. I don't think so, but...
I have a bunch of newses.
Okay.
All right, so, obviously we did not record last week, so some of this stuff is old news, but I want to talk about it.
We recorded last week. We just didn't record on Thursday.
No, we never recorded.
We recorded 2 episodes. We recorded an episode on Sunday and an episode on Monday.
Well, yeah, but that was last week.
Whatever. Go on.
This current week we didn't record yet, but
right, because we're going to post tonight so that we could just get it done.
Oh, I got to post tonight. Damn it, I forgot about that. Add that to the list.
5 minutes.
Says you.
Any whoozleby.
So the Fox Disney merger is going through.
Yep.
And they announced that the closing will be January 1st. Just in time for any reshoots to Avengers 4.
No, I thought they were doing that now. The reshoots.
No, I'm kidding. Just saying. So you can put X-Men in Avengers 4. So that's exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with that.
The polar winter flavors are out, by the way.
Ooh, excellent.
Go on.
So that's exciting. So we can look forward to some X-Men and all kinds of other things getting into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Mm-hmm. I think their slate is definitely changing up. I saw the other day, too, that Doctor Strange is going to start filming this year, before the end of the year, apparently.
Well, I mean, it's been a couple of years since the last one.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize they were going to start filming already. And I'll pull this up and talk about it later, but did you see, I don't know if you saw that, obviously, at this point, the title of the Avengers 4 has leaked.
We talked about that last episode.
Yeah, that wasn't the title.
Oh, then no. Jay, I have been so freaking busy the last week that I've barely done anything.
So the actual title, or what we think the actual title is going to be, has leaked, as well as a description of the trailer.
Okay.
I read it today. It gave me chills.
Okay, well, what is the title?
The title is going to be Avengers Annihilation. which is a storyline from the comics. And in a few minutes, I'd like to read you the synopsis of the trailer if you'd like to hear it.
I would love to hear it.
I'll have to pull it up, so I'll come back to that.
Okay, which now makes sense because they did say that if they'd given the title before Infinity War had come out, we would...
I don't think that gives it away. I guess it kind of does.
I
but
mean,
I feel like
the Avengers were annihilated.
Like, sort of, but I don't know. Anyway, so there's that. Let's see what else. We got our first look at the CW Batgirl.
Yes.
What did you think of that?
It looks cartoony. Like, it looks like an artist rendering. It doesn't look like the actual costume.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the actual costume from what they're saying.
I mean, I like it.
I like it too.
Did you see the picture that Stephen Amell, Grant Gustin, and Tyler Hoechlin posted yesterday of Superman in the black suit?
Yeah, Superman in the black suit, and the boys wearing boots.
Yeah, they posted another picture, and they were wearing the
leather
jackets, the boots, and bandanas.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Did you watch Arrow last night?
I did. It was very, very good.
Yeah, I especially that ending. I was not expecting that ending to be the way that it did.
Oh yeah, no, that was really, really cool. So I had that. Let's see. Other exciting news: James Gunn to be writing and possibly directing a Suicide Squad movie. I saw that. Which I think is genius.
Yeah, I think
basically trading the same team for another of the same team.
I think that would be a very smart move because that would actually get a good Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying that they're going to keep, most likely he'll keep Will Smith and Margot Robbie, which I could care less for both of them, but...
Margot Robbie needs to stay because she's supposed to be heading up Birds of Prey.
Yeah, but I could do without Will Smith, but we'll see. What else do I have here? I thought these things were going to take longer to talk about. So I also watched the Pet Sematary trailer.
I have not watched it yet.
What's up with them remaking everything Stephen King lately? Like
Who
they're on a
knows?
Stephen King kick.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah. I mean, I just find it to be interesting. It's like Stephen King, and more Stephen King. I never saw the first Pet Sematary.
I did. I also read the book. I read that when I was like 12 or 13.
I know there's like a creepy cat.
Yeah, the cat that dies that they bury in the pet cemetery, and then the child dies. So the parents, the little boy,
let's bury it in the pet cemetery.
Well,
everything
he's
we
like,
bury there comes back.
He's like a baby. He's like 2 or 3, and he gets hit by a truck.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, he chases a ball into the road, gets hit by a truck. They bury him in the cemetery, and then he comes back and is trying to kill his parents because he's rabid.
Ah.
Yeah.
Don't bury people in the pet cemetery. What else? Oh, speaking of the CW, so we saw the poster today for the CW crossover Elseworlds, and apparently Stephen Amell and Grant Gustin are switching places.
Yes.
We're gonna have a Stephen Flash and a Grant Green Arrow. I saw that poster, and Grant Gustin posted that poster on Instagram, and he was like, by the way, this isn't fan art. And I was like, ooh, looks pretty awesome.
And then you texted me, and I was like, ooh, I guess I really need to catch up on the Flash now.
Yeah. What else did I have? So they're talking about doing a Kraven the Hunter movie.
I don't know what that is.
So Kraven the Hunter is it's another Spider-Man villain.
Okay.
So, they're doing Morbius, the Living Vampire, starring Jared Leto. Jared Leto was going to play Morbius, the Living Vampire, another Batman or another Spider-Man villain. Along with, obviously, they did the Venom movie, and now they're going to be doing the Kraven the Hunter movie. And they've said that Spider-Man doesn't exist in Sony's Spider-Man universe or whatever, I guess, which is corny. That's why he wasn't in Venom or whatever. But the storyline they're planning on doing, I guess, for Kraven, it'll feature Spider-Man. So I don't know how they're going to get around doing that.
Well, because Venom doesn't take place in New York.
I guess.
No, not I guess. Venom takes place in San Francisco.
Yeah, but they said, like, oh, Spider-Man doesn't exist in Venom's universe.
Yeah, because... Okay, did you see Venom yet?
No, I did not.
Okay, so the way that Eddie Brock gets the symbiote is different than...
Yeah, I heard that.
So, it's, Eddie's already in California.
Yeah.
He doesn't know of Peter Parker. He lost his job in New York after something he did.
Yeah.
And then go see Venom. Go see it. It's so much fun.
So apparently the Kraven the Hunter movie will feature Spider-Man. So in the storyline, I guess they're talking about from the comics, which I've read, The Last Hunt, Kraven like insists he's going to hunt Spider-Man. That's like his last prey or whatever, that kind of thing. And then he defeats Spider-Man and then takes on Spider-Man's like persona.
Okay.
To show that not only did he best him, but he can be better than him. It's kind of an interesting storyline.
Okay. I had one.
Yeah.
I forgot. What is it? Mark Gatiss and
Gatnith.
It's Gaddis. There's no N. And Stephen Moffat are going to be doing a Netflix Dracula series.
I saw that.
And it's going to be 3 episodes just like they do with Sherlock. To which I say, how about you just make more Sherlock?
Yeah, there's that too.
Because if there's going to be another season, this is going to postpone it so much more. But at the same time, I mean, Martin Freeman and Benedict Cumberbatch are both in the MCU, and they're both doing stuff in the MCU. So
yeah. It's not happening anytime soon.
So I had a student call him, and I was dying. She called him Benadryl Cumberbun.
That's a pretty good one.
And I was laughing. I was like, no matter what you call him, everyone knows who you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, not Cumberbun. Cucumber Patch. That's what it was. Benadryl Cucumber Patch.
Nice. That's a good one. What else did I have? That was really all I had. Did you watch this week's episode of Doctor Who?
No.
Oh, for Christ's sake. You had one job.
Okay, can I tell you about what my day was like yesterday?
No, I know. It's a figurative. You have one job.
Let
me.
Though. I got all your text messages. I still haven't watched Walking Dead either.
Oh yeah, that was okay.
I got home at what time was that? 6:30 last night, and had to finish. I had to start packing my kitchen. Load that stuff into I didn't load the stuff in my car, but I had to do laundry. I had to start packing up my kitchen. I had to go to the grocery store. I had like a shit ton of things to do.
All right, I believe you. You got time.
I know. Well, I'm not going to be home until Friday, and then I'm going to see Howie Mandel Friday night.
Oh boy.
And then I have things to do on Saturday. My life is just insane this week. And then we're moving in like a week and a half.
Yeah.
So.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. So I did find the trailer description here.
Okay.
So I will start this by saying, if you do not want to know anything, I kind of spoiled the title, but anybody that's going to be listening to this probably knows what the title is. If you do not want to know anything about this trailer, you probably should skip over this.
Okay.
Because I'm going to just read it word for word. And this is the description of the forthcoming Avengers 4 trailer. Maybe. Maybe it's just some really good fanfic. But you ready?
Yeah.
So here we go. And stop me if you want to discuss, too, because there's a lot to discuss.
Okay.
Marvel Studios logo appears. We get a glimpse of the Battle of New York from 2012 Avengers. Loki is shown looking shocked and baffled as he is on top of Stark Tower. There's a flash of blue light as the camera pans back, cut to black. That's how it starts.
Okay.
Keep in mind, there really wasn't a time when he looked shocked and baffled at the top of Stark Tower, but we'll get to that in a minute. Now we see the Wakandan throne with M'Baku at the helm. He's surrounded by his new Knights Guard, a mix of the Hill Tribe and Dora. I forget how to say that.
It's the Dora Milaje, or yeah.
Yeah, Milaje. Shuri and Banner are seen working on a new project in the lab. Black Widow, in full gear, is in Hawkeye's family home from Age of Ultron.
Okay.
Basically everything. I know I got you. I had you right there. I saw you go lean in. Basically everything is thrown all over the place and broken. Nat is studying some type of map with multiple photos and locations on it. A quick shot of Thanos is shown with a long sword walking down an alleyway in New York City. Just wait. If you got excited over that, just wait till I get to the end of this description.
Okay.
The next shot is a dark hooded figure with glowing eyes, aiming a bow and arrow before shooting towards the camera.
Glowing eyes?
1 to 2 shots, 1 to 2 visuals of the quantum realm. Scott Lang, with no suit, is shown running through a park dodging explosions. Shot of space. Thor and Valkyrie are aboard a Kree ship. Thor says, if the stories are true, you're our universe's last hope, if such a thing even exists anymore. Just wait. We're not even halfway through this description.
I've got chills, and like my hair is standing on end.
Just wait. The next shot is an older, determined Tony Stark walking through the new S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters, Avengers facility in upstate New York. He is in full S.H.I.E.L.D. attire and carrying an orange briefcase. Banner, wearing spandex, is seen running from something, looking terrified. The next shot is Ant-Man appearing out of a flash of light and landing in a desolate place. We see it from the point of view from inside his helmet. He looks to the left and to his right again and says, "What in the?" Camera focuses on Vormir and its stars.
Okay.
Vormir, where the Soul Stone was.
Right.
Okay. I'm continuing. I'm just scrolling down. Next, a shot of Rocket and Nebula modifying some new weapons in the lab. Rocket says, "When can we try this bad boy out?" They both smile at each other and fist bump. We got our first glimpse of Iron Man in his red and gold nanotech armor. Hulk falls from the sky and lands in front of him. Thanos, in full armor, smiles. Hulk smiles back. Okay. You sitting down?
Yes.
The next shot is in Japan. War Machine, Nat, and Steve, in their full Avengers gear, are surrounded by the Yakuza. Hawkeye, in parentheses Ronin, walks through everybody from behind them and approaches the Avengers. There is an intense exchange of looks between Clint and Natasha. Next shot is at the Sanctum. Wong is communicating with Doctor Strange's soul via portal. Cuts to black. So something tells me we'll find out what the full story of what he saw is, being that his soul can be communicated with.
Apparently.
Convenient. Okay, this is where it's going to take a turn.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
A gray-haired Tony Stark and Ant-Man are in a post-apocalyptic New York City. We're covering a lot of time in this movie.
Holy shit.
Something tells me the only way that he was talking about was literally it's going to take them almost a lifetime to carry out this plan. Yeah. Boom. Head explode. A gray-haired Tony Stark and Ant-Man are in a post-apocalyptic New York City. The screen flashes back and forth multiple times through multiple scenes. We see Captain Marvel floating with her fists on fire and her eyes lit up. Thanos in the Soul Stone with young Gamora screaming at him. Loki and Thor fighting off Chitauri together. And Tony handing Steve a brand new shield in the Wakandan throne room. Cuts back to Tony and Scott. Tony opens the orange briefcase as Scott hands him an illuminated bracelet.
Okay.
Take a look. Take a look at the picture that the Russo brothers posted the other day.
I didn't see it.
Okay, they posted a picture to say filming was wrapped.
Okay, hold on. I gotta Google. Was it on Instagram?
I believe, or Twitter.
All right, let me. I gotta wait for Instagram. Let's see. Russo brothers. The Russo brothers. Okay. When did they? Okay. Wrapped.
Okay, you're looking at that picture?
Yeah.
Okay. Tony opens the orange briefcase as Scott hands him an illuminated bracelet. Tony asks, "How is this even possible?" Iron Man and Ant-Man are shown traveling through the quantum realm. Tony and Scott are back in the Battle of New York from 2012. The final shot before the title reveals an Infinity Stone disappearing from Thanos' damaged gauntlet. He abruptly gets up, puts on his armor. His face goes from extremely infuriated to a menacing smile. Title reveal, Avengers Annihilation. Stinger. The Hulk is training at the new S.H.I.E.L.D. facility with Black Widow and Steve. Steve notices that the Hulk has been training non-stop as of late, so he asks why. Hulk responds in Banner's normal voice, "My rematch is coming soon. Real soon. I can feel it." So sounds like it's going to take them 30 or 40 plus years to carry out this plan. And my guess is that Scott learns how to navigate the quantum realm and pop out at different points in time, maybe using this bracelet, so they can go back to when each of the Infinity Stones was found and destroy it before it even gets taken. So if they go back to the Battle of New York, chances are they take Loki's staff, destroy the stone. Thanos never gets his hands on it. They go back to the cube, they break open the cube, destroy the stone. Thanos never gets his hands on it.
Holy shit. Now
and one by one, the stones will disappear.
Now the question is, that is why Chris Evans was super blonde and no facial hair.
Yeah.
Because they gotta go all the way back to
they reshot Avengers, the original Avengers scenes.
No. Back even further.
Oh, they're gonna go back to World War II.
That's when the Tesseract is frozen with him.
And that would be why, and they said we haven't seen the last of Red Skull. Yeah, but we're probably gonna see Red Skull again. I bet you they destroy the Tesseract before he transports to Vormir. Because think about it, if they destroy it before he transports to Vormir, the whole Soul Stone thing can't happen.
Right.
There'd be nobody that. Well, I mean, I assume there'd probably be somebody else there, but. Whew. Which is also why Red Skull may play a big part in the future MCU, because now he's still going to be around. Whew. He will never have been transported away. Whew. Oh yeah. There was another part to this in the beginning, and I don't see it here. I could have sworn. Hold on. Thought there was another part where Tony and Nebula show up. In the other description I read, there's a scene where a Quinjet lands in Wakanda, and Tony and Nebula get off because they were the only two left on the planet. Tony and Nebula get off, and he sees Steve and Tony have a tender moment.
Well, they need to.
So very interesting. So sounds like Tony's going to age quite a bit, and we're going to be jumping through time all over the place.
I just want more. So the glowing eyes and the tense exchange.
I think he's going to be broken because his whole family's going to disappear.
Oh, absolutely. That's how we end up. That's how we get Ronan.
And I'm sure he's going to be pissed at them because he's going to blame it on them. He's going to just figure whatever the hell you guys did, it's your fault.
Probably.
Yeah, that's intense. I can't wait to see that.
If it's real.
I assume it is. That was a lot of.
No, Jay, I've read entire scripts that have been fake.
I guess.
Like, did you know that? So there was a.
If that's fake, then damn.
I want to say it was. Oh, it had to be Civil War. There was a fake script of Civil War where oh my God, Crossbones goes to Clint's house and murders his entire family.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm hoping that's a real trailer, but I don't know who would have already seen it. Where did that come from?
Apparently, it popped up on Reddit and then was quickly deleted.
Okay. Because I didn't even know they had a trailer. I didn't even know they had a trailer yet. They just finished filming like last week.
Who knows? Yeah, that's what I mean. That's like. But you would think they would almost have to have a trailer soon. Well, they did reshoots last week.
Oh, that's true.
So I'm sure. Yeah, it's crazy.
I know Chris Evans and his nephew were gonna go to Disney World.
Oh yeah.
He posted a picture of him, his nephew Miles, and his dog, and it was like 3 cool dudes just waiting to go to Disney World, and it was funny because of how old Miles is now.
Oh yeah.
Because Miles is the nephew that he like spent like a month with or 2 months with over summer, and picked up speaking like him. And so Chris Evans was taking the L out of like and saying "wike" because that's what his little nephew was saying. And now Miles is like 8.
That's funny. Oh, so here, this is the part that was left out of the other description. It says the trailer starts off showing the damaged Infinity Gauntlet in a field on the farm planet. As the camera focuses in on the gauntlet, we hear Tony's voice say, "We were destined to lose." The Quinjet is shown landing in Wakanda wasteland as we hear Steve Rogers say, "We have come so far." Tony and Nebula step off the jet as the remaining Avengers approach. Steve has a look of relief and says, "Tony." Tony, seemingly defeated, shakes his head and gives a friendly smirk back to Cap. And then the Marvel logo appears, and then it's blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Everything else. So many amazing things.
We still have so long.
Not really. 6 months.
May.
Yeah, that's what, 6 months? No. More than 6 months. 8 months.
Yeah, it's still a long time.
I'm interested to see how the Bruce Banner Hulk thing is going to turn, because it sounds like they've made it so that he can be the Hulk but still like retain himself, and like they can work together. So you're going to have like a smart Hulk,
which is great.
A Bruce Banner capable of beating the living fucking shit out of people.
Yeah.
Very interesting. It's going to be interesting to see that progression, to see the two of them train together, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So that's all I got for the news.
Okay.
Let's talk about ghosts.
So it wasn't like anything crazy, but somebody had posted something in one of the Discord servers, which just reminded me of ghosts. Because my cousin and I had a conversation last year. Have you ever noticed that all the ghosts you see are like, or that you hear about, not see, because, are like old-timey?
I'm not sure I understand.
Like, anytime anybody, like, even like on those ghost shows, or like whenever somebody talks about like seeing a ghost, they're always like old-timey, like, in like old Victorian clothes, or you never see like a modern day ghost or hear of a modern day ghost.
You never see a ghost like rolling through your house on like a hoverboard.
Right.
With his pants halfway down?
Right.
Okay.
Have you ever thought about why that might be?
Not really.
No?
Being that I didn't really know what you were talking about, no, not really.
Okay, now that you know what I'm talking about, do you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I understand.
So you don't ever think about why that might be?
I guess I'm wondering now.
Okay. Well, I mean, so here's my thought. And again, this is really far-fetched and you can tell how tired I am. What if, in order to, like, be a ghost, you have to go through some sort of extensive training program?
Okay.
I mean,
let's hear more.
So, kind of like Beetlejuice, how, like, they have, like, their casework or whatever, but, they have to get permission to do things, and it's I mean, you're theoretically a ghost for all of eternity.
You're talking about the handbook for the recently deceased?
Well, yeah, but they also had their caseworker, and, but anyways, yep. So my thought is, what if, like, you have to go through a training program for a couple 100 years?
Yep.
So the ghosts people are hearing about or talking about or, may or may not be seeing. I'm not taking anything outside the realm of possibility. Ghosts are just as viable an option as anything else. What if those ghosts are like the ones that have gotten out of their training program? So we might not, you might not see a ghost dressed in like 80s clothes or 90s clothes for another couple 100 years.
I'm not sure what to say about this, other than this is the most ridiculous theory I've ever heard in my life.
Think about it.
Ghosts are up there with the things that I wish I believed in, but I don't really believe in.
Okay.
So I think I'd like to believe that there are ghosts, but there probably are not ghosts. And I don't think there's a ghost training program.
I definitely think there's a ghost training program. All the ghosts that anyone ever talks about are in, like, old nightgowns or dressed in, like, clothes from the 1800s and further back.
Maybe that's part of your ghost training program. Maybe they're not from that era. They just know that it creeps us out. In the handbook, there's a list of things that creep people out. Dress in old Victorian clothes.
Or they're just not ready to be out. They've only been dead 100 years. Maybe they still have another 100 years to go before they can be, they can start, they're on their job training. Oh,
God, there's so many things wrong with this theory.
What's wrong with my theory? First of all,
it's ridiculous.
Why? Why is it ridiculous?
There is no ghost training program.
That you know of.
Okay, what is the goal of the ghost training program?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you get paid?
Making yourself corporeal?
Is this a job?
Yes.
Why the fuck would you want to have a job after you're dead? It's supposed to be the afterlife.
Yeah, but what if like everybody is required, like, let's just say that there is an afterlife and maybe there's a heaven, but maybe you have to, like, spend time on Earth first before going off, and that could be several hundred years.
This sounds more like hell. Hell is like you get enrolled in the ghost training program.
I'm just saying, I don't think that they would just let anybody willy-nilly just become a ghost. There's got to be rules.
I mean, not really.
Maybe it's more of like okay, well, you have to learn how to make yourself seen.
I got nothing. I got nothing for your crazy pants theory.
I'm just saying it's as good a theory as anything else out there when it comes to the afterlife, if there is one. I mean, I would like to believe there is one, especially because science says matter cannot be created nor destroyed. It's just transmuted to something else.
I guess.
Oh,
Well,
no, energy. Energy.
I mean, I guess.
So
I don't know.
I'm just saying that's maybe
I think you still have a couple holes to fill in
well
your theory before it's plausible.
see, but that's the thing. It's not a theory that can be proven.
I mean, I suppose.
Until me. I'm just saying. If I could have a conversation with a ghost, that would be another thing. But let's not.
So then what do? You just work for the rest of your eternity as a ghost?
Well, I don't think it's really like a.
Is it a job you can quit? You know what? I'm over this. I'm gonna quit.
Well, I don't really know if it's like a job so much as like a, hey, I'm hanging out here. I want you to see me.
Yeah, but you're saying that there's a training program, so it's not just you hanging out. There's a goal.
Yeah.
They're training you to do something specific.
Yes. Make yourself known.
Why? Why torture people?
Maybe you want to. I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe
It's not want to. It's not no. It's not want to. If it's a training program, they're being instructed. Yeah, I'm picking apart your theory.
Maybe you have to have a job in the afterlife.
Well, that sucks. That sounds terrible. So you have a job your entire life, then you retire, then you die, and they're like, "Hey, by the way, get a job again."
Yeah, but it's not like it's a incredibly taxing job. And really,
Okay, so if
200 years, 200 years to a ghost is probably no time.
Okay, I'll play your game. If that's the case, that means there's more than just one type of job. What other types of jobs are there in the afterlife?
Fuck if I know. I'm just ghosting.
This is your theory. I'm picking it apart. You got to defend your thing here. This is
what other job? I don't know what other job. What can you do when you're non-corporeal? What can you do when you can't hold things?
so you could be a ghost in the afterlife, or that's it.
What else are you gonna do?
I don't know. This is your theory, not mine.
This is outside like reincarnation, because maybe that's something. But
Like a heaven's ice cream scooper.
yeah, listen, I wouldn't mind being heaven's ice cream scooper, but again, listen, I'm just why do you gotta
Baskin Mother Teresa Baskin Robbins or something?
why are you gonna pick apart my theory? I was just talking about why we don't why we don't see contemporary ghosts.
Because I'm picking apart your theory because it's flawed.
Because we don't see contemporary ghosts.
How do you know people don't see contemporary ghosts?
Because you never hear about it. You never hear about somebody saying, "Oh, I saw a ghost and it was wearing neon-colored clothing and leggings."
How do you know it's a ghost? You stick around long enough to study it?
I would.
Well, I don't know.
I'd try to have a conversation. Think about it this way. Let's just say that people do actually see ghosts.
Okay.
How come they never say, "I saw my loved one"? It's always like, "Oh, I saw some spooky old person."
Some people claim they've seen lost loved ones.
Seen or
I
got?
don't know. I don't know.
Never seen.
I'm just saying.
I've never heard anybody say they saw.
I'm just saying that your theory is flawed.
And I'm just saying that it is as any plausible theory as anything else out there.
Maybe. Ghost Training Academy.
Yes.
What you buy?
Huh?
April.
What?
I said brought to you by April. April's Ghost Training Academy.
No, I'm not taking credit for it. I'm just saying that it's plausible.
I suppose. Should write a book.
So on here.
Sounds like a YA series.
Hey, you had a story you had to tell me.
I did.
You called me the other night.
Oh, about the painter? nonsense?
Yes.
I don't know if it's podcast interesting.
Okay.
I thought about it after the fact, but I mean, I can tell you.
That's okay. It's not podcast interesting then.
Yeah, it's just.
I had a funny thing happen
somebody
today.
who ended up being a jerk and kept raising the price on me.
Oh, I had a funny thing happen today.
Oh, tell me.
So
since
I'm
we're
out.
almost out of
Since what?
stuff to talk about. I said since we're almost out of stuff to talk about.
I got some funny lists. We're okay.
Oh, okay.
So I'm at work today, and I'm in one of my friend's offices, and he and I are chatting, and all of a sudden we hear an alarm. And our secretary is yelling, "Everybody shut the doors! Shut the doors!" So I run to my office. I don't know why I ran to my office. I should have just stayed in his office. I run to my office, and I lock myself in my office. Then I hear her yelling some more. "Come on, shut the doors, let's go." So I pop my head out of the office, and everybody, now my office is at the very end of the hall.
Okay.
I look out my door, and I see that everybody is now milling around the library, or the lobby.
Okay.
And walking out. So I'm like, okay. So I grab my keys, I leave. I'm the last one out of the office, and everybody's leaving the building. Come to find out, it was a fire drill. Had that been a real fire, I would have died.
Sounds like it.
I thought we were having an active shooter situation.
Yeah, that's not really that great.
Because the active shooter alarm sounds a lot like the fire alarm.
Yeah, you'd think they would like...
Or, I don't know, tell faculty, "Hey, we're having a fire drill today. FYI.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So I texted Robin this afternoon. I was like, had that been a real thing, I would have been dead. I'm telling her the story. Her response was, "I'm sorry, I just laughed for 5 minutes." I was so confused.
Apparently.
So confused. Nobody even thought to say, "Hey, where's April?"
Somebody should go back in for April. Nah, it's too late. But the fire didn't spread to where she's... Nah, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
It just gave up on you.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Everyone thought it was very funny. But, how about our secretary not saying, "Everybody shut your doors"?
Everybody shut your doors.
Yeah.
To me, that doesn't mean get out. That means everybody get in your office and shut your doors.
Yes. That's exactly what that meant to me. I ran down the hall to my office and locked myself in. Because I was actually concerned that there was a shooter in the building.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, that was my excitement today.
Sorry to hear that. Well,
yeah.
If that does happen, I guess I'll have to recast you.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh shit! But I'm gonna have to find somebody named April because I don't want to have to change the title and renumber. Fuck. Should start taking auditions now. The way your school's going sounds like it's a death trap. I better start finding somebody now.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Cool. So I've got a couple of different lists. So, dealer's choice. Would you like Tinder conversations that will make you cringe so hard? The most cringe-worthy tweets about first date disasters, or funny wrong number texts.
First date disasters.
Okay.
And if we have time, then wrong number texts.
I think, well, we'll see. Because some of them have pictures, the wrong number texts.
Oh, all right. Well, then the first one if we have time.
Okay, we will. All right, so the first one. He showed up an hour late, drove through McDonald's. "You want anything?" Then parked at a zoo and said, "I've got a condom."
Straight to the point. I like it.
Yep. He talked about himself all through dinner, then drove me around to show me where all his ex-girlfriends lived. # true story.
Okay.
My date was complaining about me on Facebook while at the table. I found out because she accidentally tagged me in the post.
Yikes.
In the middle of the date, she called her ex and decided to get back together with him.
Yikes.
At first date hell, he said, "From your photo, I thought you were too good for me. I'm glad to see you've got flaws." Then he listed them.
Oh, dear.
Sitting on the floor, kissing, talking about life and family. Turns out we're cousins.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, like second cousins, third cousins?
Doesn't say. I went to a fancy place. He ordered and ate the most expensive food on the menu. He went to wash his hands and never returned.
Oh, poo.
He took me to a frog jump festival. We had to leave early because his wife showed up and she has a restraining order on him.
Frog jump festival sounds fun.
While at dinner, date looks at me and says, "If you just lose 10 pounds, you would be a 10. I asked for dessert."
Yikes. Good for her.
Within 30 minutes, he revealed he had 4 kids with 3 women and announced, "I impregnated an 18-year-old with twins when I was 14. No.
Yikes.
At the end of the night, he leaned in for a kiss, whispering, "Don't be scared if my tooth falls out."
Ooh.
Met a girl online and had her over for dinner. Heard ripping behind me while we cooked. She was opening my mail.
What?
On our first date, he bought me a box of brown hair dye as a Christmas gift because he didn't like my hair color.
All right. It's a man who knows what he wants.
He took me to a movie, pulled a used large popcorn bag out of the trash can, and went for his free refill.
That's pretty smart.
He had a $35 steak and several drinks. I had an $8 salad and water. He demanded I split the check 50-50.
Well, I mean, don't have a salad and water.
My mom and I went out to dinner and she surprised me with a blind date. We ate dinner together, the 3 of us.
Oh, gosh.
Guy took me to a dollar movie theater, paid for me, then said in total seriousness, "You can pay me back later."
Yikes.
My date asked me to a nice restaurant. Our server leaned into me and said, "You're the 3rd one this week."
Oh, blowing up his spot.
He took me, a female, to a gay club, got drunk, came out of the closet, met a guy, and gave me $40 to catch a taxi home.
Well, that was nice of him, though, at least.
Kissed me, said he was now sure he was gay, but I could stay and introduce myself as his girlfriend to his Catholic Polish mom. Date was so bad, I gave the waiter $20 to spill my drink on me to get me out of there. We were walking outside and it got chilly. He said, "I guess I should offer you my jacket." Then he added, "But then I'd be cold."
Okay.
He insisted we had to wash his cat. We did. On a first date. Okay, don't let him know I stalked him online. Him, my aunt, me. Teresa or Sharon? He immediately ended the date after I asked if his pet pig's name was Bacon.
God, no sense of humor.
I know. Guy took me to Hooters to watch football with 6 men. I married one of them and the guy was our best man. Flash forward. Okay, the Tinder ones are pretty good. A guy named Zachary sends to another person, "I would suck your dad's dick just to get a taste of that recipe."
What? Oh, give me a warning before you go right into that shit.
Coming in hot. All right, now we have a girl who's wearing an eye patch. That's her profile picture. So
Okay.
her suitor says, "R, I'm looking for some booty and plunder." She responds, "Ew, what the fuck?" He responds, "No eye patch jokes allowed?" Okay. She said, "Oh, I get it. Just don't like pirates." He said, "You don't look like you hate pirates." She responded, I had a stroke and have to wear an eye patch.
Oh, God. Jesus.
Okay, here's one that's going to be a little controversial.
Okay.
What's the difference between jam and jelly? This is James asking. So whoever is the other person says, I feel like there are a lot of differences, but for the sake of the joke, I'll say, what? James says, I can't jelly my dick into your ass.
Challenging. No, never mind.
So there's a conversation between Kajal and somebody else. And somebody says, are you really British? And the other person says, guilty. So I'm guessing this is Kajal says, I am Indian. You enslaved my people. Discipline me the same way you disciplined my ancestors.
What the fuck? Holy shit.
Okay. So there's a picture of a guy named Steve. He's laying in a bed. And next to his bed is a roll of toilet paper hanging on the wall. So a girl named Juzz, Juzz, says, okay, I added you because I'm keen to know why there's a roll of toilet paper mounted next to your bed. Steve responds with, I'll give you a hint. Replace the U in your name with an I. To which Juzz responds, oh my God.
I mean, that's kind of ingenious, though.
Kind of is. So somebody texting Jake says, hey there. And Jake responds with, hey, I want to smear you in green paint and spank you like a disobedient avocado.
I hate disobedient avocados.
Dimitri
The worst.
texts somebody and says, I'm shopping at Petco tomorrow. Do you want leather or sporty collar? And the person responds, says, or we could go straight to the vet and I'll just get you neutered.
Yeah.
So this man sends this to another person. Did you fall from heaven because have sex with me? ? And the person responding says, sorry, didn't suffer a head injury during the fall. So somebody sends a message to an Asian woman saying, are you from Japan? Because I'm trying to get in Japanties. To which the Asian woman responds, no, I'm Finnish. Finish with this conversation.
That was pretty good.
So then a woman named Ireland is responding to this text message. The person
Christ.
says, I'd love to go exploring in Ireland. And Ireland responds, if you're talking about my vagina instead of the country, this conversation's over. To which the person responds, looks like it's over.
Okay, bye.
Somebody says, ooh, my adorable, we should have sex. The person responds with, how has that opener been working out for you? And the response is, surprisingly bad. All right. 20 questions, you first. So the person Leanne responds, favorite type of cuisine? Easy one to start. The other person says, Greek. Ever done butt stuff? Leanne responds, ha ha ha, I haven't. Number one fantasy? Person responds, butt stuff.
I feel like she walked into that one.
Then we have Rochelle, and somebody messages Rochelle with 4 feet 11 inches, huh? Rochelle says, try again. Not the icebreaker you want to go with, do better. So the person responds, keep being a little bitch and I'm going to come over and hide all of your stuff on top of the refrigerator. So somebody texted Morgan and says, did you buy your tickets yet? Morgan responds, to the gun show. The other person responds, no, for my public trial, I'm going to jail. She goes, LOL, for? And he says, animal neglect. She goes, because you don't eat them? And he says, for having these sick pythons.
I've heard that one before too, but I couldn't remember the punchline. And it was still so funny. There's so much setup to it.
It really is, but it's great.
The person is like, I know what the this is gonna be. So many twists and turns. Oh.
So somebody messages Megan and says, I'm from a small town. Megan says, how tall are you? Which is a weird segue. And the gentleman says, 6'8". Megan says, wow, you're pretty tall. He says, yeah, some girls like it. But it sucks because I have really long legs and arms and big feet but tiny hands. So when I run, I look like a goblin sometimes. You there?
Oh, that's hilarious.
So somebody messages Beck and says, I'm vegan too. And Beck says, no way. And the person says, yeah, that's why I swiped right. Beck says, haha, that's amazing. How long have you been vegan for? The person says, the start of this conversation. I that's one I can't read because it's a picture. Somebody messaged, Claire says, if you were a fruit, you'd be a pineapple. To which the man responds, if you were a vegetable, you'd be Stephen Hawking.
Oh my god. Jesus.
And then he goes, wait, what? Claire, I think I did it wrong. And Claire responds, yeah, just a little bit.
I think I did it wrong. Oh my god.
Okay.
Stephen Hawking. Oh my god, that was awful.
Right? So this woman's name is Rupsi, Rupsi. And somebody messaged her and just said, what did Scooby-Doo say when he spilled his drink? All right. So somebody messages Cassandra and says, if you move the D from your name, it's an anagram for the word Arkansas. Which maybe. And she says, that's a new one, LOL. So he responds with, so I guess the question at this point is, do you want the D?
I like it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's an A for effort.
Somebody messages Catherine and says, hey, do you know what my grandpa said before he kicked the bucket? And Catherine says, what did he say? This person responds, I wonder how far I could kick this bucket. And she responds with, bye. And he responds back with, okay, see ya. Okay, we've got somebody messaging with Katie saying, hey, how funny that we matched. I didn't think I'd see you again. Katie says, we've met? The other person says, haha, do you not remember drunkenly walking into my dorm? Katie says, no, I do not. When was this? To which the person responds, next weekend. And Katie responds with, smooth. Then we have a person named Travis who has a picture of a truck as their profile pic. Travis messages the person and say, hey, what's up? The other person says, what's it like being a truck? Travis says, what do you mean? I'm not a truck. The person responds with, profile pics don't lie. Travis says, LOL, I have other pics than my truck, but I do love my truck. The person responds with, that's what a truck would say. And the last one. So this is a message between Noelle and somebody else. And the other person says, my favorite thing to do is cud and watch Netflix. Cudde. It's like cuddling and watching Netflix, but with Noelle. To which Noelle responds, "Oh my God, you win everything." Noelle.
You know, I get it. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not looking like a goblin when you run, but...
Or Stephen Hawking, for that matter.
Oh my God. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, the text conversations are some really good ones, but unfortunately, some of them also have pictures.
Yeah, I getcha.
Like Jason saying, "I'm at the sperm place, this is awk, send me a titty pic so I can jack off and get out of here." And the person responding says, "As your aunt, I would have to say this is a little weird." And Jason responds, "Oh my God, no, that was for Allison. I'm sorry, this would happen to me, please ignore." And the aunt says, "LOL, good luck."
Oh God.
Yeah. All right.
Got a fanfic pick?
I do. Oh, you're in for a treat this week. Ready?
Oh boy.
It is a Check Please and Teen Wolf crossover.
You realize I don't read these, right?
I know you don't.
Oh, I'm just checking. I was just wondering if you like to think I actually read them.
No. How long have I known you?
I don't know. Not long enough to know I don't read them.
I know you don't read them.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's All's Well That Samuel is the series, and there's two fics within the series. It's Dudliet and his Bromeo, and Rosencrantz and Childenstern are dudes, and it's by Huge Alien Pie.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty good. It was a pretty good one.
So I guess it's time for some housekeeping.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't have it.
You had one job.
No, I didn't.
Well, that's true. You've had many jobs. What am I going to do?
What are you going to do?
What am I going to do? Anyway, as always, you can find us on many different places. We are on Twitter, A and J Have No Ideas. Facebook, April and J Have No Ideas. Gmail, our email address is aprilandjhavenoideas@gmail.com.
Oh, fuck, we had a voicemail.
And we had a voicemail.
Oh, fuck. Wow.
We'll go out with the voicemail. Let me finish the housekeeping.
I'll go to it.
You can download us on iTunes or anywhere you find fine podcasts. We are on the Random Chatter Network website. Please consider going to our iTunes and rating and reviewing us. That would be wonderful. And if you would like to leave us a voicemail, you can do that. And we encourage you to ask us questions, leave us funny messages, whatever it is you would like to do, you go ahead and do that. And you can do that at 475-212-5457. And if we remember, we will play it on the podcast.
I forgot that. All right. Here it is.
All right.
Hey, yo, movie phone. This is Joe from Philly. How you doing?
Right.
Hey, I got a question for you. Hey, what's your favorite monster? And I want to know why. I'll tell you mine if you want to know. It's the monster in my pants. Hey, you know what I'm saying. All right. Thanks, guys. You have a good Christmas.
Oh, crap. I'm not. I'm just not. Oh.
Loch Ness. That's my favorite.
Okay.
I'm not giving a reason.
I would also like to say in the same vein of leaving us ratings and reviews on iTunes, I would like to thank our Discord listener Brax, who went to iTunes and left us a rating and a review.
He did?
He did. I mean, mostly because I think I guilted him into it, but thanks anyway. I appreciate it. You said some really nice things.
Are you going to read it?
I don't have it up at the moment. I went and checked earlier. I apologize. And I'm trying to open iTunes and it's freezing up.
By the way, Brax posted a picture of himself in the health and fitness channel.
Yes.
And Brax is jacked.
Jacked Brax?
BT dubs, yeah.
By the way, that's Brack. What was that? Brack. Cartoon Network show, the Brack show. Brack.
Oh.
I like Brack. Anyway, so thank you for that. We appreciate that. So that's all I got for this week.
Okay.
Hopefully it wasn't as underwhelming as it felt.
I don't think it felt too overwhelming.
Underwhelming?
Yeah, I don't think it felt too underwhelming.
I don't know. I think those Tinder conversations saved us.
I aim to please, my friend.
And we had that exciting Avengers trailer description. I think that saved us too.
I don't think we really need to rehash our episode already. We're still in it.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, the New York Mets are getting a Syracuse, New York AAA team. The Syracuse Mets. It's exciting for me, okay?
Okay.
You're the worst, man.
I know. I aim to please, my friend.
Such an asshole. I hate you.
Right back at you.
Okay, well, on that note, I've been April.
And I've been obnoxious.
And that was an idea.
Try not to get the last word.
Damn it.